America. This is a country that has gone around the world and championing the ideology of democracy. But in this regard, we need to understand that there's the two centers of power where they do an exchange. 1 year it's this other party and the other year is the other party. In this regard, we see the Democratic Party fighting off the Republicans under the leadership of Donald Trump. But this will also help Donald Trump to validate his claims that the immigrants are the problem in the United States of America.
What is happening in the States and the West in general is basically the evil that they export to us in the global South, hitting them back. Instead of building societies in the West based on social justice, economic welfare for all, and inclusion of all people, they wage imperialist wars, they rob us dry, and then the wealth that they accumulate goes to the top 1% in these societies, and they don't spend money on schools or the health system or transport or jobs. They spend the money on funding terrorist groups in the global South, on waging wars against China, Russia, and destabilizing governments and political context in Africa, Latin America, and the South of Asia.
The situation is partly has been created because of the policies followed by governments in the US particularly and in the West in general of trying to get in immigrants as far as getting in immigration and people to work for them, and then not giving first saying it's a just society but having two sets of rules very often. And now that the numbers have gone beyond, they encourage illegal immigration as well, and the numbers have just skyrocketed. What is happening is really a reflection of trying to now suddenly stop all immigrants and send back people who have been working in the US for very long and who thought that they would get people status based on the laws of the US.
But on the other hand, from the Democratic Party, there's also an opportunity to demonstrate and to also continue with their dirty tricks. We have witnessed this with Black Lives Matter when George Soros was fingered to be behind Antifa and the Black Lives Matter organization. So these are some of the things that we have witnessed before. But the military was never in a position of being someone to go and keep order in the streets of the United States.
This is a very expected result for their imperialist, colonialist, and class-based behavior.
Well, there is a